Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing an experiment on this custom knife that I'm working on. Now this is my Wilderness EDC design, but this is a bigger version of it. And the customer wanted metal bolsters added, so I figured I'd take this time to experiment with something new. So I have some wrought iron here that I forged from some round bar. We are going to be cutting out some bolsters out of this wrought iron and then forge welding them onto the actual blade, making this an integral bolster. So I've never done this before. I'm just going to take my time with it and try not to mess it up, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. This is the general design. We've got our piece of wrought iron, and I've put some blue Dykem on it so I can mark out my lines. And I've made a little cardboard template here, and what I need to do is scribe out where this is going to fit best on our wrought iron. Make sure we got one on each side. Then we're going to flatten this off, tack weld it onto the blade, and then try and forge weld it. So okay, so our wrought iron bolsters are now shaped just like that, just how I do any other bolster. Everything, as you can see, has been ground clean. As per all forge welding, it's very important that the surfaces are clean. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is line these up. I think I'm going to do one at a time how I want them on here. Then I'm going to do probably 2 tack welds, and then we'll get the other one on there, tack weld it again, and then throw this puppy in the forge. So our blade has been normalized. What I'm doing now is just letting it cool down to room temperature to where I can hold it, and then we'll grind away on that bolster area to see if the forge welds actually stuck. And if they did and everything else looks good, then this knife will be well on its way to getting done here. And if not, looks like I'll be starting over. So let's let it cool down and we'll see what happens. Alright, you can see the carbon steel core running through there with the forge welded bolsters. It's pretty damn cool. So this knife is now ready to start making into a real knife. Oh no! So I was just heating up the blade and doing a little straightening on it, and one of those silly bolsters popped right off, so that's no good. Alright folks, that was kind of a success, kind of a failure. It obviously failed when I heated it back up to straighten it. Bolster popped right off, but it did stick initially, and one of them stuck pretty well, so in that sense it is a success. I'm not going to be forge welding the next ones onto this particular blade. I'm just going to attach it how I would a normal bolster with 2 pins and glue, and that should be plenty strong. But anyway, that was just a little experiment, kind of worked. Definitely want to play with it more in the future. I hope that was enjoyable for you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.